First question. If you could cover any song, what would it be? That comes from Lizzie in St. Paul. Where's Lizzie? Lizzie's here? Lizzie,
Hey,
right back there.
There's Lizzie.
Yeah.
How you doing? It's difficult. I mean, there's obvious rules, isn't there? It's like no Michael Jackson, no Donny Hathaway. No, only because of quality. Like there's certain artists, regardless of whatever other things, there's certain artists that you can't really. Like who's going to do a Bob Dylan song better than Bob Dylan, right? What's the point? So it's like I've struggled with covers, to be honest with you. I think we did that Sade cover, but only because we wanted to do something for charity in between our records and stuff like that, and we thought that was a good way of doing it. But listen, I mean, I suppose it's kind of like the question is what's the best song as well, isn't it? Is God Only Knows by the Beach Boys? Is that the best song ever? I think it might be the best song ever. So maybe that if I could do it.
Next question from Esther from Richfield. This is a very big question. I think everybody needs to know. What is your third favorite flavor of ice cream? Not first or second. Third.
I got kind of bougie ice cream tastes. Have you ever had cream cheese ice cream?
Ooh.
No, right? Honestly,
Like the
this is
frosting?
New York City. Everything happens in New York City. I was there once and somebody gave me basil and cream cheese ice cream and basil ice cream. It was the best thing I've ever had in my life. It was so good. So my third would probably be vanilla.
That's funny. All right, we have Patrick Smith from Rosemount. Patrick Smith. Patrick, are you here? There's Patrick right there.
What's
Right?
up, Patrick?
Long question. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
When writing songs, do you come up with a phrase or the word for the title of the song first, and then write like a set of lyrics based around the title, or do you have lines written down for lyrics and then go back and pick out one of those for the title based on what the subject matter of the song is
Those are
about?
the two ways that I do it. There's other ways of doing it, like people like certain people who work in like other art forms as well. So some people are just geniuses, like they just have things there. They just have these narratives. Like I believe that Quentin Tarantino walks around with just full movies in his head. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, right? For me, it's more like, so it comes in music first. It always comes in music first. Unless there's like a sentiment. And then I'll try and get it in. But to be fair, normally how it works is there'll be a piece of music and I'll scat over it. So I'll be like, well, I mean, Chocolate is the ultimate example of that because I didn't even write the lyrics. I just left the scat. Just me, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But I'll scat and then I'll find a rhyme, you know? It was like, it's not living if it's not with you. It was very much better with you. And then I got that shape, living if it's not with you. And then I was like, right, well, what does that mean to me? And I was like, oh God, I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? So then it kind of works like that, really. And then I'll just have sentences written down. And sometimes I try and jam the whole sentence in when it doesn't work musically. Like, give yourself a try. There's a bit that's like, the only apparatus required for happiness is your pain and fucking going outside. That doesn't rhyme or anything, but that was just written down and I was just put that in it. So sometimes it works like that.
Next question from Cassie in Minneapolis. What is one thing you can only get in America that you can't get overseas and you always look forward to when you come here? It could be like food, a clothing store, something like that.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Moral ambiguity to that one, but have you fucking eaten it? I eat it with my gay friends. Like, we're cool. We're all cool with that chicken. So good. Yeah. Chick-fil-A, like, honestly, this is going to sound like kind of childish, like, especially because you guys just have things, then you go, right, commercialize it. Like, you guys have done that with weed, right? So you go to certain parts of America and there's like weed stores, right? It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. It's crazy. Like in the UK, that would just never ever happen. But I think as soon as you see where the money is, we'll have some of that. Not in a bad way. I like it.
What do you get at Chick-fil-A?
Spicy deluxe.
Oh, yeah, my man.
Yeah.
Okay, final question comes from Mari in Invergrove Heights. Mari is here. Mari in Invergrove Heights. There she is, right there. Okay. Question is, will pressure Had cars, bending, and or menswear ever make an appearance on this tour or any future tours?
Menswear. I think menswear has once, right? I think in South America maybe or something. Head cars, bending. You want to know a really boring answer? We switched to these things called Kempers, right? So if you notice on our stage, we don't have any what's called backline. No amplifiers, no anything. I want it to be like a cheek kind of talking heads thing. In order to do that, there's this new thing called a Kemper amp, right? So over the past 5 years, there's been this whole, there's the whole debate in music production, digital versus analog, right? What a Kemper is basically a computer instead of an amplifier. So it can do everything that a guitar amp can do, but you don't have any of the bullshit that comes with a guitar amp. So I use them now. It took me a long time to do it. But the distortion isn't quite perfect, and head cars bending is all about the tonal element of the distortion, so until I get that right, I can't play it. But I'm trying, so it's all about technology. So it's not actually my fault.
Blame the technology.
Blame the technology.
Yeah.
And pressure, maybe. It's just that, honestly, we've got another, 20-track record coming out this year, so I'm struggling to find time for stuff in the set. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's all the questions. Appreciate you taking the time. I believe we're going to line up for some pictures, if that's cool with you.
Awesome. Yeah.
One more time from Matty from the 1975, please. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys for coming. Thanks for listening to Go 96.3. Thanks to Nolo's Basement Bar for the free food. How about the free food, right?
How about those wings? Let's go.
Free food, free drinks, and thank you for listening and supporting Go 96.3.